Allahu Akbar. What miracle occurred during the cleaning of the Zamzam well in the Kaaba? Dear friends, what miracle took place during the cleaning of the Zamzam well in the holy Kaaba that left people astonished and distressed upon witnessing the scene? So much so that they began chanting, Allahu Akbar. Dear friends, events keep unfolding in the Kaaba every now and then, incidents that serve as lessons for mankind. Many people take heed from such events and refrain from making the same mistakes again. They learn from these occurrences and take them as warnings. However, some people commit certain acts or mistakes that displease Allah Almighty, and as a result, He sends down His wrath. Such was the case during the cleaning of the Zamzam well in the Kaaba. A miracle occurred that left everyone shocked and overwhelmed. To find out what really happened, make sure you watch the video till the end. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so and press the bell icon so you can receive updates on all our new uploads. Dear friends, the Kaaba is the house of Allah Almighty. People come here every day with the intention of performing Hajj or Umrah and engage in sincere worship. This is a time when every individual wishes to spend their moments in the worship of their Creator, for no one wants to end up in hell after death. Everyone desires to attain a place as beautiful as paradise. For this, every person must worship Allah. But those who do not worship Allah, who remain lost in themselves and incline towards indecency, Allah Almighty will never admit such people into paradise. For them, Allah has prepared hell, and He will cast them into it without mercy. They will continue to burn in that fire until the day of judgment. Everyone is aware of this fact. No Muslim wants to be thrown into hell on the day of judgment. All believers desire to taste the blessings of paradise. Allah Almighty has bestowed a great honor upon certain individuals by granting them the responsibility of cleaning and maintaining His sacred house. Such people are indeed very fortunate, as their jobs are specifically related to the cleaning of the Kaaba. Everyone is willing to go to any extent for this job, but only a select few are blessed with such an opportunity. Those who are chosen for this role are very close to Allah, for everyone desires the honor of cleaning the house of Allah. The well of Zamzam is also located within the holy Kaaba. Many people, when they visit the Kaaba with the intention of Hajj or Umrah, bring back Zamzam water as a gift for their family members. For quite some time, there had been concern in the Kaaba that the water from the Zamzam well was coming out with a lot of dirt and mud. Because of this, the officials present there became very worried, and it was immediately decided that the Zamzam well would be cleaned. Although, dear friends, the water of Zamzam is known to be full of healing, ever since the rumor spread that the Zamzam well inside the Kaaba had started to bring out muddy water, the authorities present there quickly decided that the well must be cleaned. Without delay, cleaning personnel were called. But what they didn't realize was that the water of Zamzam is a gift from Allah Almighty. It is a divine blessing for mankind. This well was created by Allah Himself, and humans should not interfere in what Allah has made. However, being creatures of habit, they began interfering in the matter and started cleaning the well without fully understanding the implications. What happened next? The miracle that unfolded before everyone sent chills down their spines. As the cleaning of the Zamzam well inside the Kaaba was underway, many people stood nearby witnessing the entire scene. The local police were present too, along with many locals and pilgrims who had traveled from different countries for Hajj. All of them stood watching this extraordinary moment. One man was cleaning the well with great care and caution. From his face, it was clear that he considered himself very fortunate to be given the task of cleaning the sacred Zamzam well. But suddenly, as he began to use another water source to assist in the cleaning, he was violently jolted backward and fell down. Everyone was stunned. What had just happened? People rushed toward him and started asking, "What happened, brother? Get up and continue cleaning. Why did you fall like that?" But he was in no condition to speak at all. His body had become completely stiff, almost like a shield. He kept shaking his head repeatedly. Everyone thought that perhaps he had fallen ill, which is why he was in such a state. Immediately, another cleaner was called in. But when he too started using another type of water for cleaning, the water suddenly surged with such force that it threw him upwards and he came crashing down hard onto the ground. This incident was a clear sign that we must not interfere in any way with the Zamzam well. Allah Almighty Himself has made this water pure and crystal clear. If we try to mix any other water into it, then such a punishment may descend upon us. After witnessing these events, no one dared to touch the Zamzam well again. Everyone quietly returned to their homes. Dear friends, every Muslim knows how the Zamzam well came into existence. Allah Almighty never wishes to see His servants in pain. When Hazrat Khalilullah, Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, received the command from Allah to leave his wife and child in the middle of the desert for the sake of Allah, he obeyed without hesitation. He left his wife, Hazrat Hajira Raziallahu Ta'ala Anha, and his son, Hazrat Ismail alayhi salam, behind and began to walk away. When his wife saw him leaving, she asked, "O Khalilullah, how can you leave us like this in the middle of a desert? How will we survive here?" But her husband did not reply. He kept walking. Even after asking twice, he gave no response. Then she then asked, "Is this the command of Allah?" And as soon as he nodded his head in affirmation, she let go of his garment with her own hands and said, "Then we are under Allah's protection. You may go." But dear friends, that desert was such a place where there was no water, no food to eat. She was a woman. She could endure hunger and thirst to some extent, but her innocent baby, who was only a few months old, could not bear hunger. He was in dire need of his mother's milk, but due to the absence of water, her milk had dried up. Still, there was no water in sight. When a mother saw her baby crying and wailing out of hunger and thirst, she began to run in desperation throughout the desert, sometimes climbing the hill of Safa, sometimes rushing toward the hill of Marwa, trying to find water for her child. As her baby rubbed his tiny heels into the ground in pain, Allah Almighty performed His miracle. From beneath the baby's heels, a spring burst forth and water started to flow rapidly. When Allah saw a mother in such pain and distress for her child, He immediately showed His power and provided water right there. And because Hazrat Hajira Raziallahu Ta'ala Anha ran back and forth between the hills of Safa and Marwa for her child, Allah honored her struggle by making it a compulsory part of Hajj. Whoever does not run between Safa and Marwa 7 times, their Hajj is not considered complete. Dear friends, the water of Zamzam is naturally very pure. It contains no impurities, there are no insects or mold in this water, and it never gets contaminated. Allah Almighty has given it a unique taste. Its flavor is completely different from ordinary water. According to some ahadith, the water of Zamzam is a source of healing for the sick. Whoever drinks this water with sincerity is soon cured of illness. If you drink it to satisfy your hunger, Allah will remove your hunger. If you drink it to quench your thirst, Allah will quench your thirst. Dear friends, Zamzam is the well that was dug by Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam. Through it, Allah quenched the thirst of Hazrat Ismail alayhi salam. That is why this water is very different from ordinary water and is highly beneficial. In ancient times, for the people of Makkah, this well was the only source of water. Even after 5,000 years, this well has never stopped providing water. It is a miraculous source created by Allah Almighty for human use. Whoever tries to interfere in the matters of Allah or tries to tamper with what Allah has created, then surely Allah has prepared a severe punishment for such a person. Zamzam is a means of healing. Allah does not like any sort of mixing or adulteration in it, nor will He tolerate it. That is why when the people of Makkah called for the well to be cleaned and the man attempted to clean the Zamzam well using other water, he received a dangerous and powerful shock that threw him far from the site. This incident was witnessed by many people near the Kaaba, and the rumor that mud was mixing into the Zamzam water was immediately put to rest. Because such a thing is simply not possible. Zamzam water is extremely pure and crystal clear, and people use this blessed water to cure their illnesses. Friends, in today's video, we will tell you what happened when a Hindu man disguised himself and entered Makkah, how the authorities and administration there responded to him. We will share the full details in today's video. But before we begin, we have a small request for all of you. If you are new to our channel, please make sure to subscribe so that you receive such informative videos every day. Friends, Makkah and Medina are among the holiest places in the world for Muslims. People from other religions are not allowed to enter these sacred cities because this is where the religion of Islam began, and millions of Muslims come here every year to visit the sacred house of Allah, an act known as Hajj. The population of the city of Makkah in Saudi Arabia is approximately 2 million, but every year over 700,000 people from around the world arrive here with the intention of performing Hajj. In this country, most people are engaged in serving the pilgrims and ensuring their comfort throughout the Hajj season. Friends, the holiest places in Islam are Makkah and Medina, and the holiest building is the house of Allah, the Kaaba. It is a black-colored structure made of granite stones, about 40 feet tall and 30 feet wide. It has no windows, only one door. This structure dates back approximately 2,000 years before the birth of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. Also, you should know that all Muslims face the Kaaba while offering their prayers. And the most important thing is that no non-Muslim is allowed to enter this sacred place of Makkah. And this very rule often creates curiosity and astonishment in the minds of many people. Some even go as far as to claim that something secretive happens here, something Muslims hide from the rest of the world. But friends, let us clarify. Only and only sincere worship of Allah Almighty takes place here. As for wrongdoing, that is completely out of the question. In fact, the people who come here can't even imagine committing such acts. However, despite this, some people, driven by their restless and suspicious minds, try to enter this sacred place with bad intentions. But look at the mercy and protection of Allah Almighty. No one who has ever tried to enter this holy place with impure thoughts or intentions has ever succeeded in getting near the Kaaba. Such people are either caught by the police or stopped by divine intervention. Now we are going to tell you about a man from Kerala, India, whose story will help you understand the beauty of this religion. There was a man from Kerala named Ramesh. He used to work in Riyadh, the capital city of Saudi Arabia, and lived there with his Muslim friend Siddiqui. Because he was living in a Muslim country and sharing his life with a Muslim friend, Ramesh began to feel a deep inclination toward Islam. When he learned about the teachings and lifestyle of the Prophet Hazrat Muhammad, peace be upon him, he was deeply inspired. He started to admire Muslim culture greatly. You could say that at heart, he had already accepted Islam. Even when he returned to his home, his love for Islam did not fade. Eventually, he made up his mind to formally accept Islam. Friends, Islam is the purest and most sacred religion in the eyes of Allah Almighty, and Ramesh came to believe that too. When he accepted Islam, he changed his name to Mujamil. After embracing Islam, he began offering the 5 daily prayers like a true Muslim and started following the teachings and guidance of Islam. Once he had wholeheartedly accepted Islam as his own faith, a desire grew in his heart. He wished to witness the holy cities of Makkah and Medina. Friends, Mujamil's heartfelt wish was fulfilled. He had a passport made under his new name and set out for the blessed journey to Makkah and Medina. Now, this is something to reflect upon. Ramesh, who had changed his religion and become Mujamil, had fully prepared himself for Islam. He had decided that he wanted to spend the rest of his life in Makkah and Medina. When he arrived there, he made a heartfelt dua, prayer to Allah, asking that he never return and that his death take place there in the sacred land. Friends, Mujamil's heart poured out this prayer so sincerely that he even brought his kafan, burial shroud, with him when he left for Umrah. He first went to Makkah and performed Umrah. After that, he traveled to Medina and stayed there for 2 days. Throughout his stay, he continued praying, "O Allah, I have come to the court of your beloved Prophet. For the sake of your beloved, accept my dua. Let me die here. I do not wish to return from this place." And friends, Allah accepted his dua. While he was performing salah, prayer, and he went down into sajda, prostration, he passed away. He never got up again. He died in the position of prostration. He was buried right there in the holy city. Just think about it. A non-Muslim, someone who wasn't born into the religion of Islam, was so deeply moved by its beauty that he not only embraced Islam but wished to take his last breath in the holy city of Makkah. And Allah Almighty fulfilled his wish. This clearly shows how deeply Allah loves His servants and never leaves them deprived. That is why Allah accepted Mujamil's heartfelt wish and made him an example for the whole world. Friends, if you accept the truth sincerely from your heart, that is all that matters. And that is exactly what Ramesh did. He had no deceit or insincerity in his heart about Islam. That is why Allah accepted his prayer. Friends, just like this, there was also a Hindu girl who accepted Islam and reached Makkah to perform Hajj. What she did there surprised everyone. As we all know, Makkah and Medina are the holiest and most sacred places for Muslims. In Saudi Arabia, people of different religions may live and work, but no non-Muslim is allowed to enter Masjid al-Haram in Makkah or perform tawaf, circling the Kaaba. Entry is restricted to Muslims only, yet there are always some people who do the very thing they are forbidden from doing. It is clearly forbidden for a non-believer to enter Masjid al-Haram in Makkah. And now, news has emerged that a Hindu girl managed to reach Makkah, and what happened with her is making headlines. Every year, millions of Muslims from India travel to Saudi Arabia to perform Hajj. Among them, there was a Hindu girl named Sangeeta living in Saudi Arabia, working for a company. Over time, she made many Muslim friends there. She used to hear them talk again and again about how non-Muslims are not allowed to go to Makkah and Medina. One day, she asked one of her Muslim friends if she could also visit Makkah. Her friend replied. Her friend told her not even to think about it since she was a non-Muslim. After that, the Hindu girl Sangeeta didn't say anything, but about a week later, her Muslim friend received the news that Sangeeta had gone to Makkah and that she had been caught by the police on the basis of suspicion. Afterward, her friend explained to her that if she accepted Islam, then no power in the world could stop her from entering Makkah or Medina. The police had not allowed Sangeeta to go further, but after this, Sangeeta accepted Islam. Only then was she able to visit the sacred cities of Makkah and Medina. Friends, when her friend later asked her, "Why did you do this just to enter Makkah and Medina?" Sangeeta replied, "When the police stopped me from going further, they were so kind and respectful that they didn't even touch me, nor did they even look up at me. I had noticed this before. Even at my workplace, no man would ever raise his eyes toward a woman or look at her inappropriately. When I found out why they behave like this, I learned that Islam teaches men not to gaze at non-mahram women and not to touch them. This moved me deeply. I was so impressed by this that I had a heartfelt desire to accept Islam. I wanted to see if I would truly be allowed to enter Makkah after becoming a Muslim. The truth is, I had already accepted Islam in my heart, and that is why I went to Makkah. I accepted Islam fully, and now I am proud to say that I am a Muslim.